I know you guys wanted this video, so here I am. Still Nick Walker's biggest fanboy, but also his biggest critic. Because love or hate my takes, you know I'm being real to myself, meaning being real to you as well. What do I believe about Nick Walker? Do I think he's being overlooked? Because by the way, the prejudging went, he's fighting Martin Fitzwater for 5th place, he's out of the first call-out. Nick's biggest strengths are mass plus conditioning since he doesn't have the prettiest lines. If he misses the conditioning, then he loses half the equation and it's game over. And this is exactly what happened to Nick. While still in decent conditioning, way better than Samson, who should be placed below both Nick and Martin as well, but I digress. So while Nick is still conditioned, this has to be the worst shape of his entire career, from a conditioning point of view, no doubt. And it sucks because his midsection seemed to be in check the whole time. He even attempted a semi-vacuum at a certain point, the thing I've been calling for from him during this Olympia preseason. He has the mass, the midsection was in check, he had the momentum, he had the fans behind him, but he fucked up conditioning and it's only on him. So what do I have to say about that? Nick doesn't deserve more than 5th place considering Martin would beat him too, but also considering Samson should be behind them both. It's a disgrace how you could push for someone consistently 6 weeks out on stage as a top runner. But I digress. You know how we do it here. Real talk only. No filters, no BS. Smash that subscribe. Let's get 30,000 subscribers and let's move on. That brings me to the second point of this video, which is Samson Dauda versus Andrew Jacked. I'm telling you, if after the scorecards come up, Samson Dauda is above Andrew Jacked for the prejudging, this whole shit is a joke. Now it's still far from over, but the best indication for what the places could be are the way the head judge is moving the athletes on stage during the callouts, usually the top 2 being in the center, with 3rd and 4th on the sides and so on, depending on how many athletes are in a certain callout. So based on this, we had the initial first callout where we had Samson and Derek in the middle fighting for 1st, Hadi and Martin on the sides fighting for 3rd, and then Nick and Andrew on the far sides fighting for 5th. Now this was just the initial first callout. Eventually they switched Andrew with Martin, indicating Andrew is in the top 4 and Martin battles Nick for 5th. But again, this was just the initial first callout. When the actual callouts were made, the clear top 4 were Derek, Hadi, Samson and Andrew. At first, with Hadi and Samson in the middle indicating they are the front runners, with Andrew and Derek on the sides. So for the whole time, Samson was given a higher place than Andrew, which is fucking absurd. Samson was way off. The only debate is between Derek, Hadi and Andrew, who are very close, and they could be placed in any way, in my opinion, for the prejudging, but Samson was a far 4th in this callout. And again, he should be placed even lower behind both Martin Fitzwater and Nick Walker if they were completely fair. But back to Samson versus Andrew, the only time when Samson didn't outplace him in the callout position was in the very last callout when Samson was pushed to the side. However, Derek was put in the middle next to Hadi, not Andrew. So Andrew and Samson were on the same level, if we can say that, indicating that they're fighting for 3rd place. Now, the only case I can understand why they were pushing with Samson in the middle until the very last callout is the fact that he's the current champion. And they wanted to take a good look before making any decisions on how he stacks against the opposition. But still BS if you ask me. Back in 2022 when Big Ramy missed the mark, he stayed on the side the whole freaking show, but I digress. So Samson versus Andrew, in the 8 mandatory poses, I have Andrew easily winning the front double biceps, even his quads look bigger than Samson's. Andrew also easily takes away the front lat spread pose as well. I would almost go on and say that Andrew wins the side chest against Samson here. Now Samson has a great structure for this pose, but look at Andrew. Aside from the forearms and triceps, he's winning everything else against Samson here, even the lower body, not to mention that Andrew is more conditioned. In the back double biceps, it's a blowout win for Andrew Jacked, better and wider back, more mass overall, better conditioning, and the icing on the cake, a tighter lower body from the back. Back lat spread goes to Andrew Jacked easily for the back itself. I dare you to say otherwise. Now, it's hard to go with Andrew in the side triceps, he really botches the execution, but aside from that, the difference in overall polish is night and day between them. In the abs and thighs, Andrew gives Samson the beating of his life, and surprisingly, I would give the most muscular to Andrew as well. He really stepped up his game executing this pose, and with the extra polish and extra overall fullness, I think he got Samson here. Now, of course, normally Samson would run away with the most muscular and side chest against Andrew, but here he's small and soft, so no chance. In the end, Andrew Jacked wins at least 6 poses against Samson Dauda, so I don't see how he could place lower than him for this pre-judging round. I really hope when the scorecards come out, I don't see Samson over Andrew, because this would mean the sport I'm loving so much is completely rigged. I've said it before, I love this sport and that's why it pisses me off when the judging or politics take over. But whatever happens, we'll be right here breaking it down, raw and unfiltered. So make sure you're subscribed, because whether you love my takes or hate them, you know you'll get the truth. See you after finals.